So you know what that means? Alex has more Indigo prophecy to suffer through.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Shane could not be here today. He had family stuff going on. So he said it was okay for us to hopefully finish. And that's the goal, is to hopefully finish.
That'd be nice to get through everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about giving you a buffer game between David Cage games. Like, we'll find something
What
else.
are you thinking about?
I don't know yet.
Who's the Oracle?
The Oracle is the dude that's been leading us
Oh, I see.
the whole time, like the guy in the hood.
Good. Very good.
Oh,
Now you
come
must
on.
find
Oh, you have to
Indigo
redo
child
this?
as soon as possible.
There isn't much time. The visions are becoming clearer and clearer. I've nearly got the position localized.
That sounds really loud.
Time is short.
The child must not escape us.
The prophecy must be fulfilled. You may leave us.
I don't think you had to press any of those.
That's it. It's over. Now there's nothing to do but wait, though it shouldn't be long. Perfect. All has gone according to plan.
I sense another signal.
Turn down the TV a bit.
Cerebral's final activity. I think he's dreaming.
Is that good? A little more? Jeez. Yes! We're finally here, which I knew was coming. I could not wait. This is gonna be awful. We're back to little kid Lucas and the military base.
Wake up, Marcus, it's time. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Are you sure you want to go, Lucas? It could be dangerous.
We have to go in there ready for anything, Marcus, right? Maybe there'll be an alien spaceship inside, or
We definitely have
the
the
tomb of
volume
an
up
ancient
higher.
king. and
Yeah,
all his
that's what I was
treasure.
thinking.
Or
Yeah.
a giant frozen
I wonder if the
dinosaur?
mic's just too
And what if it's a
close.
secret weapon to
I'm
take
not
over
sure.
the world?
Come on, let's
forward
hurry.
a little bit.
The hangar's gonna be well guarded. We
And
better
not
get going.
unplug
We
it
don't want
this
Mom
time.
and Dad to catch us.
There we go. Now let's see if I can kick that up a little. Also, if we direct it a little better. It may have also just been that with Shane here, we were so ungodly loud that it didn't matter that the TV was coming through.
Wait, where are we on this map? Are they green? Oh, you can barely see that. That's awful.
Yep.
Why?
Blues are security guards, like last time, and you can't get caught in the light.
What the hell are you doing out here at the... Sir, get back to your home immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember how last stealth section was not good?
Crazy, Lucas.
Here.
Worse.
We're lucky that he let us
Far, far worse. You have like further to go, more obstacles in the
I'm going
way.
back.
The pathing is not always clear. At least the pathing in the first one, like, kind of understood. Like, you could kind of grasp it. This is just like, nah, you fucked. I think if I remember right, your best bet, yeah, is to go all the way over and around. Because it doesn't swing all the way to the wall.
Yeah, you're right.
And this is the other thing that's just awful, is like how far you have to go out of the way because you just don't move fast enough.
Don't move or
Oh.
I'll shoot.
Don't shoot, sir. We're just kids. We're the Kane boys.
Shut up, Marcus.
What the hell are you doing out here at this hour? Get back to your home immediately.
Immediately. You're gonna hear that a lot.
Where did... Do they live here? What's going on?
Yeah, they're military brats.
Okay.
So their parents are in the army or whatever, so they're stuck on the military base.
Okay. You see the guards? Are they blue
They're right
things?
there. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yep. Oh yeah, no. This section is not good.
They can't see the indicators on the map.
Mm-mm. Hit
He's
circle?
just right around that rock, isn't he?
Okay, yeah. So you can bring up the map.
Okay.
He's in the middle between the two houses.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
So how do you do this?
I honestly don't remember. Not gonna lie. This section is burned into my memory as one of the hardest like things, and I think it's just because it's really poorly designed.
No.
Don't move or I'll shoot.
Okay.
Turn down the gain a bit.
Okay. Alright, let me know if that's any better. I don't remember if you have to go the other way, like if it's misleading, you're supposed to go up. That
Maybe,
way.
I don't know.
Okay. Cut by that light. Oh no. Okay. Damn.
Okay, so
So do you have to go up the steps there?
there's no way. Oh, there's no way.
I think if you
We
go.
have to go around this building, then I think.
Well, no. This is the building you just like came out the window.
Yeah,
of.
but what else do I do?
Unless you have to wait for him to not be looking. Like, see how it's showing you him like looking back and forth. The guy on the right.
Wait, you can't go upstairs.
No. Okay. Get back behind the building.
I don't think it matters.
Well, no, because this guy on the right's gonna start looking again.
Can we run now?
Yeah. So that had to have been what happened. You got caught when he like turned to look. It was just bad timing that first time. So there's another set of guys.
Is the yellow
in
one
be-
just the path you want to take?
I think
Yellow line?
it might be like optimal path. Is the idea. That would make sense. Again, this section's bad, so if you don't have. Get behind the truck. If you don't have at least a little bit of
Soldier,
guide.
quick, let's hide.
What?
Hide. I think you gotta get in the truck. Or behind it on the other side. Marcus. The fuck, dude? Soldier's not gonna see him, man. This gangly ass little kid like running back and forth.
Great game. Great game. Okay,
I
so...
mean, to be fair, that's far better than if it were like an escort, like a real escort mission where it's like
Yeah.
he gets caught, you just lose too. It's like, that would be awful. Unless they did it like Brothers, Tale of Two Sons, where like you could control both.
Yeah, I never played it.
Maybe we'll make that your break game between David Cage right now.
Maybe.
Because that game's really fun. It controls really weird.
Can't go any further. That soldier's blocking the way.
One of us should sneak around the back and find a way to avoid him.
Yeah, you do that, Marcus.
Alright, so I'm guessing that's me. I think we're safe.
Yeah, I think you're good. What? What was that exclamation point?
There's a guard right there.
Mm.
I think let's go this way.
Don't move or
Or
I'll
not.
shoot. What the hell are you doing out here at this hour?
Sneaking around. Trying not to get caught. And clearly getting caught.
Wait, reaching the point.
Yeah, you checkpoint right here, so you just gotta go around the building. Or wherever you're supposed to go. I think that X is what you're trying to hit. So if you go down to the bottom of the building there. Yep, other way. Like the one below you.
Don't move or I'll shoot. What the hell are you doing out here at this hour?
So yeah, go to your right. Now at the end of the building, there's like a exclamation. Yeah, there.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, where's
So now you gotta go back up to Marcus and get past the guy, I'm guessing. Yeah. So you gotta avoid the spotlights. No.
Don't move or I'll shoot. What the hell are you doing out here at the...
I think you're alright, you gotta follow the yellow path, so just try and stick to that. I still can't believe this is the distraction. He's throwing a rock like 30 feet away. It's like, he'll hear it. Definitely. Just think.
Don't move or I'll shoot.
He hadn't moved.
What the hell are you doing out here at this hour?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I thought these sections were back to back. I thought both kids said, which would have been way worse.
Yeah, that would have been.
Because this is bad. Like, this is unarguably awful.
Oh, this is worse than
But-
the first one. Yeah.
Follow the yellow line. No, what are you doing?
He's
Don't
going
go towards him. Yeah, you don't want to follow him. You want to go up to that next red X.
I don't know where that is.
To your left.
This way?
Yeah. You have to go up past this guard tower. Ooh.
Don't move or I'll shoot. What the hell are you doing out here?
That seems unreasonable. That light would go that close to the fucking... So yeah, you want to go... Once you get him distracted, you want to go to that side of the light, like the close side, and then up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Don't move or I'll shoot. What the hell are you doing out here at this hour? Get back to your home
Yeah,
immediately.
wait for him to move. Yeah, no. This was the section, especially since I thought this came earlier, where I remember just thinking, like, when we get here, if you don't quit, like, if this isn't what just causes you to stop playing, I'll be surprised.
You're gonna be surprised if this doesn't stop me to, or cause me to stop playing.
Yeah.
Don't move or I'll
Because
shoot.
it's just
What the hell
awful.
are
Like,
you
you
doing
throw
out
the
here at
rock,
this hour? Get
and he
back-
doesn't start moving, really, until you're already back to... what the fuck's my water bottle? Till you're already back there. So it's like, if you move, you get caught. So you have to, like, wait and wait for him to move behind the house. And then you have to run. And it's like, just timing everything sucks. So he's starting to walk away now. Yeah, you're good now. Because he's walking down that that alleyway. So once the light's in a better position. I think if you go to that tree, you're safe between the two lights.
Maybe.
And then so that'll sweep over. Yeah. So just barely from that other way.
Yeah.
Okay, guard there. I think he's facing the other way. Yep. It also doesn't help that, like, certain things don't seem like they render in until you're, like, on top of them. And it's like, oh, there's a
That'll wait
guard
for
there?
Marcus before going on.
Come on.
I didn't remember that.
Are you?
You have to get a boat across.
Why?
Oh, that's so bad. That's just awful. I thought you only had to switch between them when you were throwing the rock. Because I knew you could switch between them there.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I bet it's just because they say, oh, one of us has to. I guess. Yeah, so Lucas is just following.
There's a red X there. So.
Forwards the red X, and that seems like objective markers on the map, I guess. Because like last time it was where the throw the rock was.
Now what?
Okay.
The only way to get to the hangar without being seen is to climb up the telephone pole and hang off of the cable.
Impossible. That pole is right under the guard's nose.
I know, but there's no other way.
Your face, just like.
I'm gonna try to get
the
him to look the
fuck?
other way. Meanwhile, you run and climb up the pole.
The only way to get
Try to
there
set it up
is to
so you
climb
have
up
enough
this
time.
fucking telephone
Okay,
pole that's
how are
right
you gonna
next
get
to the
it?
Meet you
motherfucker.
back at the house. You tell me everything when you get back. At least that way we'll know for sure whether there's a flying saucer in that hangar.
Okay. So he's the one that's supposed to be distracting the guard.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I think you gotta go around this building to that other red X.
yeah.
This section is just awful.
So PS1 games mapped the camera controls to L1 and R1
Mm-hmm.
because not everyone had a DualShock.
Right.
What is the purpose here?
Is it still mapped to L1 and R1?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
The right stick does this.
Oh boy, yeah, I did not remember that. Okay, that's at least a good
all
distraction.
it is.
That would make enough noise to draw someone away.
Where's
Flagpole's right there.
wait for the I don't know where the guard is.
Hey,
He's over by Marcus.
What do you
good.
think you're doing there?
So you can go.
I'm looking for my cat, sir. He ran out of the house. He
Climbing
was on the garbage, but
sections.
then he got away
What
before
do I
I
do?
could grab him.
It went away too fast, yeah. The command, I think you bumped it and it just went away.
Don't
when you
move or
moved.
I'll shoot. What the
That guard ran so goddamn fast. He was about to shoot Marcus. He's just like, nope, boom, back. At least now it explains why it makes you play as Marcus after you get them across.
Yeah.
Because it's setting
I
up
don't
for
know why
that.
Marcus wouldn't just follow you though.
Dude, there are questions only
It's all
David
up to
Cage
you.
can answer.
So he runs away.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think you're doing there?
I'm looking for my cat, sir. He ran out of the house. He was on the garbage, but then he got away before I could grab him.
You're one of the Kane boys, right? Head on home, son. You shouldn't be out prowling around alone at this hour.
What about my cat, sir?
We'll find him
Well,
tomorrow.
they can't,
Right
sir.
now, you go on back
What's
home.
going on?
I think it's.
What is
Oh yeah. Now you have a shimmying section.
do I have to worry about these lights?
Yes. I think you're gonna get caught. Oh, no. Okay.
No, the perspective's fucked, so we're good.
Yeah. That one's at least fair. That one's like you can tell exactly what that perspective is.
Not there.
No. Well, not till it hits the wire anyway. But that
Right.
first one is awful. I think you're clear. It's so bad. Now you got. Oh, you just have to slide down. I was like,
Okay.
now you got to climb down the bitch. If you fail. Okay, so you gotta go to your left and then up. So past that guard light. The guard lights also seem like they move like randomly at times because it's like you'll see them path, and then it'll be like they'll stop short and then go back real quick, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah,
There's just nothing here for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Just gotta get past that guard light.
That
That's
most
it.
important building. Why would you have garlic in front of it?
There's a UFO in there, maybe. That's what we're hoping.
in the middle of the field, yeah. For
This
as many.
fucking trip isn't for nothing. Isn't this the shed where we let that fat kid die?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
That's
know.
all I remember about the first time we were here is we let the fat one die.
He was too good. We couldn't find him.
Yeah.
No way.
Hide and seek champion. I don't know what year this would be.
which one do I go through? How do I know?
Red light. Let's try red light. Yo.
I think that was wrong.
Yo! I had the weird feeling that red light meant progression, because it's supposed to be like secure area.
When I got the call,
He saw
I didn't
JFK
hesitate
getting
for 1
fucked
second.
in the ass by Marilyn
I came
Monroe.
without telling anybody, not even Tyler. All I knew is that I was supposed
Now
to
we're
go
back
to
here
bed
with,
somebody who'd just been buried that morning.
Carla.
Tiffany
Carla
Hunt,
Valentes.
Lucas Kane's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, you just keep walking straight. It'll show you in a minute, like. Oh, nope.
Nope, that was wrong.
Okay.
Is it this? Yeah.
Whoop. Maybe. That's weird. I thought.
She was a good person. She didn't have anything to do with all of this.
That's right. Okay.
You didn't come here to arrest me. You know
Shouldn't
that
you
I'm
be
not the
dead?
one
Didn't a
responsible.
roller
for all
coaster
those
fall on
murders.
you?
Oh yeah?
And clearly that
What
dead
makes you
girl.
say that?
I hear your thoughts. I know that this case has
How's the
disturbed
last
you enough
session
to
end?
make you listen to what I have to say.
You were trying to save
Well
Lucas's
then,
girlfriend.
Who is the
The
real
redhead.
Yeah.
I don't know
On the
his
roller
name.
coaster from the
I don't
Oracle.
even know if there's
Right.
anyone alive who
And he
does.
collapsed the roller coaster on
All
you,
that
too.
I do know
Killing
is that
you,
he's a
though.
Mayan oracle
Okay.
who has the power to erase all memory of his existence from anyone who sees him.
The Oracle isn't acting alone, is he?
He belongs
And
to
now
a secret
Lucas
clan
is basically
who
Neo.
united the most powerful beings on Earth. Their power has no limit, and they'll do anything to get the Indigo child.
You mean the Orange Clan?
You already know about them?
I went to see one of the murderers in an asylum. He talked about the Orange Clan. Oh, this is just unbelievable. But his story is consistent. It seems to fit with what I already know. What about all of these dead people around you, Lucas?
I'm still
What
like,
happened to Tiffany?
Shane
And
messaged
that
me on
old
Messenger
woman,
and it came through and it's like,
Oh,
would
yeah.
you like
The
to set up your
Oracle wanted to
Messenger? And it's like,
eliminate
Oh, yeah.
why the fuck is it not set up? God damn
He
it.
wanted to keep Agatha from talking, and he used Tiffany to draw me into a trap.
all of these deaths, he talks about them with no emotion, as if nothing mattered to him anymore. And you? What's your role in all of this?
I was just a random victim of the Oracle, nothing more.
And your apartment? When we came to arrest you, the walls were covered with ritualistic symbols and articles about the murder cut out of the paper.
It was all arranged to make me the ideal suspect. The Oracle and the Orange Clan were behind all that.
How did you learn all of this?
I just know, that's all. The question isn't whether what I'm saying is true or not. The question is, are you going to help me?
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because you're the only person who knows that what I'm saying is true.
And even if you're
I don't
right,
think she
what can you
does.
do about it? Nobody's gonna believe all this. And if the Oracle really has all these powers, what can we do to stop him?
Find the Indigo child before he does, and hide her someplace safe.
Do you know where she is?
Like that's what
Not
they
yet,
call her.
but I'll find her. I see through the eyes of the Oracle during his visions. If he sees her, I'll see her.
This is just insane. I cannot believe I'm actually sitting here talking about saving the world with a fugitive wanted by every police department in the country.
You're free to choose which side you're on. You can arrest me, or you can trust me and help me save the child. But you must decide quickly. I haven't got much time.
supposed to do? If he's lying, I'm aiding a murderer and I'll go to prison. If he's telling the truth, I have to help him. So, either you're crazy or you're some kind of hero.
Neither one nor the other. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I like that you have to do a quick time event to shake his hand.
It's as cold as ice.
Whatever.
You were good. You got
I know.
stuff going. Tyler.
Sure.
Almost the entire country is now without water and electricity services. The army has been mobilized to help provide shelter and basic necessities, but the cold and snow have hampered ground movement, and storms have shut down every airport in the country. Scientists are still unable to fully explain the reason behind the cold wave which has now gripped the entire planet. Temperatures continue to fall everywhere in the world as authorities ponder.
Well, our job is done. Now it's up to the army to do what they can to help the population. Carla, you should get some sleep. You haven't closed your eyes in 2 days.
I have to get warm to do that. I'm solid ice from head to toe.
Yeah. Hey, look, can I get real with you here for a sec, Carla?
I think it's probably now or never.
I get the feeling you're hiding something from me on this Kane thing. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. I found him, but I think he's innocent. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get you involved, Tyler. You mad at me?
Nah, of course not. Plus, with everything that's going on now, I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyway, as long as you do
Yeah,
what
apparently
you
the
think is
world
right,
is freezing.
you can't
Doesn't
go
really
too wrong.
matter if someone killed someone.
How much longer is this game? We're just getting started, are we?
No, we're... There's not much left.
What are you
Maybe
doing here, babe?
2.5
There's
hours.
a train leaving in 1 hour for Florida.
If memory
It'll
serves
probably be
anyway.
the last one for a long time. I'll be on it, Tyler. With or without you. If you really love me, quit the police and come with me. When this cold stops, we'll get on with our lives. Our new, normal lives.
That's optimistic thinking. It's so cold the entire planet is freezing. When the cold stops, it's like, bitch, we're all gonna freeze to death.
It took me a long time to figure out who I was and where I belong, Sam. But now I know. I know there are people who need help and who are counting on me. My place is here with them. I feel like I'm a part of something good here.
He's gonna kill himself now.
I love you, Sam.
Just freezes to death in his desk chair, just
I understand.
Tyler Sickle.
I don't know what's gonna happen on this planet, but, I wish you luck, Tyler.
If it's as cold as they say, your lips would fucking freeze together. Just,
Okay, what do I do now? What's going on?
where's Tyler's gun? Just blow your brains out.
I'm gonna go help Jeffrey and Doug. They're heading down to take a look in the southern sector to make sure everybody's out of there.
Tyler, as long as you do what you think is right, you can't go too wrong.
Good luck to you, Carl.
That's
I don't know how all this is gonna end
great
up,
advice.
but I hope it all works out for you.
That doesn't work.
Oh, this is where, like, everything building up
What's going on now?
just gets weird. Indigo child. And apparently she's a Slytherin.
Apparently. Yeah.
St. Thomas. Yeah, it's like that's fucking super green dress. Who knew? The person who's causing the end of the world accidentally is an evil character, like
If
from
I
Slytherin.
succeed, I can't tell.
I don't know. Oh yeah, this is the part of the game that just is more questions than answers. This part of the game is why everyone loves it, because it's so fucking weird and like
Here we are.
just awkward
Sure you know what you're doing?
that it's
The oracle's seen the
charming at
just like
times when you really
He'll be
enjoy
here to
this
find
kind of
her
like
any minute.
stupid shit.
I've got to get to her before he does.
It's
Wait
not
for
good,
me here.
but it's
I won't be
funny.
long.
Like even just the fact that Lucas
Time
like
goes. I've got to find that girl
just
before
doesn't
the
feel
oracle
anything
does.
anymore because he's basically just a walking corpse. And it's like, so yeah, he just walks in like the negative 40-degree weather with like a fucking basically a t-shirt.
Sir? Sir, you can't go in there.
I'm doing it. Stop me.
Got to do this quickly. The oracle will be here any second.
What am I doing?
You have to find the girl.
Try to search every friggin' room.
Pretty much.
He casually walks through the door.
That's not her.
Oh.
I think.
Oh my. Oh my.
I think the room you want is up and over to the right.
This one.
No, that's the exit door. The next
Oh.
room on the right side. It's either that one or the one across from it, if I remember correctly. It's like at the end here. You can look at it.
No, that's
No.
not the girl in my visions.
So it might be. Oh wait, I think there's a one up back there on that bench, right there. That cross. Turn against the wall. Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah.
There you go. 2. Well, it's better than 1. They'll at least give you 2 tries at things. Yeah, that room. Because in the vision you see a painting.
Oh.
And I think that's the only room that you can actually see a painting across.
You can't
Yeah.
go in, sir.
She's in the cage.
I've seen you in my dreams. You have to come with me. We have to leave here right now.
You would be horrified as a child if a grown man with bandages all over himself in basically a t-shirt comes in when it's so cold you're sitting in the house with a fucking like big ass jacket on.
So,
just like
I
I've
see
seen you
you're
in my
still alive.
dreams.
I don't know how you've managed it, but that's of no importance now. Give me the child, and I will grant you a rapid death.
If you take her to the ones you serve, they'll use her to make slaves out of the entire human race.
That's no concern of yours. You'll be dead before that comes to pass. Give me the child. I don't have time to play with you.
I believe. Oh, the exit door.
Oh yeah.
Well.
That's how my story ends. I fail. Just before it.
It's so silly.
Got to do this quickly. The oracle
You
will
know
be
what
here
door
any
to go
second.
through now. I've never noticed how bad his running animation is.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty stupid.
You can't go in, sir.
Indigo bitch.
I've seen you in my dreams. You have to come with me. We have to leave here right now. She seems out of it, like she's not here at all.
She seems like everyone that plays this game up to this point, they're just like...
I wouldn't have made it this far.
So, I see you're still alive. I don't know
I
how
mean,
you
Shane and
managed
I
it, but
would
that's
beat
of
the
no
game.
importance now. Give me the child.
I don't get it.
Grant you a rapid death.
If you take her to the ones you serve, they'll use her to make slaves out of the entire human race.
That's no concern of yours.
Again, I love
You'll
it
be
for
dead
just
before that comes
the
to pass.
ridiculousness of every single scene, where it's just like, why? And granted, I'll acknowledge, that's not a good reason to like this game at all. But it's also one of those things where it's like, it's a guilty pleasure of enjoyment. Yes!
I'm leaving you here. You mustn't move, understand? I'll be back soon to get you. I hope.
Get ready for the fight. Also, you forgot to go get the other cross, so you only have one life. Oh, this is gonna be tough.
That's how my story...
Oh, they give you another life. That's great. I appreciate the fact that they just go full Matrix 3 with this fight, where it's just awful. Whoa.
I wish I could see this fight, not have to worry about pushing these hard to see.
Right.
Simon Says command prompts.
Yeah.
It's almost like this was a very shitty design choice that completely contradicts the entire point of the game.
Yep. It's again like that's one thing I'll give this game. It's way more enjoyable to watch it because you can appreciate everything going on. And like you can actually like focus on it rather than like again, it's the idea of you're literally sitting there like just zoned in on the buttons. Granted, trust me, this fight is not that fun to watch, really.
It looks pretty stupid from what I can see.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's kind of awful. It's why I say, like, they went full Matrix 3 with it, where it's just like, they're just like, fuck it. The first time they fight, we're going into the sky, and they're just gonna fight like that. Oh, crane kick! The bullet dodge, I love it. Again, like, this is the only thing that really has any true charm, is just how funny it is to watch now.
Only I could watch it.
Oh, yeah. Which, again, the version we're playing doesn't help with that,
No,
where it's
it
like,
doesn't.
you really have to pay attention to everything. Granted, this fight in the original isn't too easy. No.
Okay.
He's even in Neo's stance like the. It's so bad. It's such a rip.
Okay.
He's gonna come out.
No, don't.
Gonna punch the bricks. The beyond.
What's that?
Yo, it's just, dude. Lucas Kane was the first Ultra Instinct user, man. Just
Apparently I failed that? I don't know.
now we'll see
That's how my
if
story
this is
ends.
as bad as I thought it was.
Just before escaping with the
Hit
Indigo
continue. Yep. Yep. It's as bad as I thought. I'm actually disappointed Josh isn't consistently watching this just to see how dumb it is.
I'm envious of Josh.
He's playing a better
Oh, I've
game.
been looking over. It's bad.
Oh, it's horrible. Again, the only redeeming quality that this fight or any of these other action scenes has in the game is watching. Because they are goofy as hell. They're like the room bad.
I'm just surprised
where you just
Alex
like
doesn't
giggle.
see some quality in it, considering the fact that he likes Devilman Crybaby.
I watched the first episode.
Shots fired, Josh. Like, that is literally Neo's stance in the first Matrix when he jumps up. I think that's another thing I appreciate of this, even though it's not a good quality, but the fact that it just unabashedly steals from the Matrix. Like, so much. I like that no matter how many bricks he throws at you, he has the same amount of bricks.
Yep.
And he throws the same amount every
Yeah.
time.
Rocky's dream sequence.
Just him punching bricks.
He wouldn't have died if he could have done this.
Did Rocky die?
Already died in the 6th movie.
No, because he's in Creed. So unless he died in Creed 2, which I don't know.
Again, I never watched all the movies. I just heard that he died, and that's why I didn't like it or something.
Maybe? No. No, he's in Creed. Oh, unless they made the
Maybe
sixth
there was
one
a death
uncanon.
scare.
I know they killed Apollo in 4. Pancaked under the empty water tower. You did that fucking flawlessly, too. Jumping the helicopter. So the final battle's like that. I think it's as long too, if not a little longer.
You found the child.
Agatha.
Humanity's
you're dead.
fate for the next 10,000 years depends on the fate of that child. A new golden age, peace and security, or the reign of ice, of terror and death. We were right to have chosen you.
This child, why is she so important?
At the dawn of time, a prophet announced that one day a child would be born, one whose soul was absolutely pure. She would come and reveal a secret, the answer to all questions. He who possessed this answer would gain unlimited power.
Unlimited
You're not
power.
really Agatha, are you?
No, you're right. Poor Agatha died in her apartment. We've simply borrowed her physical appearance to allow us to communicate with you.
What happened at the amusement park? I don't remember anything after the roller coaster collapsed.
You didn't survive the fall. We found your body and we resuscitated you. The truth is that you are dead, Lucas.
It's impossible. I'm not dead.
Life, death, they're simply abstract notions. You gave your life so that humanity could survive. You are a hero, Lucas. It was vital that you bring us the Indigo child, and you succeeded. Now we can put her in a safe place. You've accomplished your mission well.
No, I don't trust you. Jade stays with me.
You're committing a fatal
When did we learn her name?
Lucas.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to eliminate you.
More fights.
Oh, I forgot one small detail.
He's getting real.
When we brought you back to life, we added a module within your cortex. It's impossible to kill you, as you are already dead. I can, however, annihilate you. A simple touch from me, and
Flawless
you will
logic.
be erased forever.
Yeah.
There's no use trying to resist. I have control of you now.
And as if he wasn't Neo enough before, now the master control program here is like, I control you. And the whole fight is to break free. It's like, and you're Neo. Like, you broke out of the control, like, the machine has no control over you.
Get up, Lucas!
Oh, I thought it froze.
I did too.
Quickly, over here!
Homeless guy.
He wasn't really homeless, guy. He's Morbius stand-in.
Funny you make that joke. He's not Morbius, or Morpheus, technically. Remember John Wick 2, who Lawrence Fishburne plays? Like the King of the Rats, the fucking dude that runs the underground hobos?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're underground hobos that are like a society of like peacekeepers and shit.
Why wouldn't they be?
It's so dumb. I love it.
Okay, thank you.
Was the camera just wigging?
It wouldn't let me go left, so I had to go all the way around.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Exhilarating gameplay right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Nick's been talking in chat.
You asshole! I tell you to keep that up. What's he been saying? Read.
His last comment was, "This game is so stupid."
Agree, it is.
But he was talking throughout the fight scene, and he said, "What Matrix bullshit is this?"
Yes.
And he goes, "I too enjoy punching bricks thrown by a bald Mayan god."
Yes. He's not a god. He's an oracle. And Nick, punching bricks thrown by a bald Mayan oracle is great cardio.
He hasn't said anything.
Oh, you just started smirking. I'm like, what shitty comment did he
I'm
make?
anticipating.
Do you know who that man is?
I'm anticipating.
I have no idea. He just told me we had to follow him.
Oh, I hope Nick, please stay
How
till
did
the
you
end.
find me?
We do not have that
That
long.
man came and got me.
Please stay to the end. Because I want to hear both your reactions to the bullshit that is the end of this game.
Looks like we don't have much choice. Let's follow him.
I smell a martyr.
Oh, you don't smell a martyr, you just smell bullshit. It's a wafting smell.
Lucas, you're safe and sound.
Marcus, how did you end up here?
This homeless guy
They
kidnapped
came
me.
looking for me. They explained everything, Lucas. I know now that you weren't crazy. I hope that you can forgive me for doubting you.
Well,
couldn't
Marcus, I'm
possibly
dead. I
have
can't
known
really do
you were
much
really-
but forgive you.
What are you talking about?
Our host will explain everything.
Do you remember that homeless guy?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Welcome to the camp of the Invisibles, Lucas. Come and take a seat by the fire.
Which seat can I take, homeless man? Also, the AK just chilling against the wall there. And one there.
What is this?
We have been fighting this fight against the
Answer all
Mayan
the
gods
questions
for
from us.
millennia.
It's one of our secret bases. And there's one like it in every city on the planet.
They exist in every city on the planet.
We
All the
go by
homeless
the-
people are part of an
Kirsten, aren't you?
organization.
We go by the moniker
Normally, we never
Assassins,
intervene
and they
directly.
Templars.
But
Oh wait, that's Ubisoft. Never mind.
you see that Lucas wasn't really guilty of murder. We thought that you might ultimately help him with his mission.
What do you know about the Indigo child?
She's a perfectly pure child whose soul has never been incarnated. Her coming has been awaited since the dawn of time.
Why has the Oracle committed all those murders?
The prophecy announced the coming of the Indigo child, but didn't specify when or where she would be born. That's why
Typical prophecy bullshit.
ritual
Fair.
sacrifices in order to touch the wave and listen for the coming of the child. 7 murders.
So now the Force is involved. The Wave.
Who is
I
really
can't
behind
tell if
the
you
Arch
look like a
Queen?
man disgusted or
Nobody knows.
confused.
Both.
I was gonna say Orba.
That there are 5. 5 to control the world. Administration, police, army, finance, the media. They control everything. Over the centuries, the Orange Clan has built an
So they're
empire
just the
that runs
Illuminati.
the entire world.
Kinda, yeah, pretty much.
What is the message of the prophecy?
It
Even this
announces
out a little bit.
the word
Since you
of
moved it back,
Indigo
please.
child. The child will have the answer to
And
all.
watch. Don't pay too far for your-
And the one who hears her message will have access to infinite power. But if the child has not been heard before the final countdown, humanity will cease to exist.
So, what do we do now?
Kill the child.
We must bring the Indigo child to a source of the Chroma. That's where she'll deliver her message and complete the prophecy.
10 guesses on where
Where
the
do we
source of
find
the
this
chroma
chroma
is.
source?
There are only
10
3
guesses?
Yeah.
known to exist on the planet.
3 known
The
to-
closest
wait, what is-
could be found on an old military
Mhm.
base called Wishita.
Wishita. That's where I was born. My parents were scientists.
It's literally like, I remember hearing it for something like,
And that explains
that's what he saw in the military base, isn't it? Like he saw
in the
some
50s,
weird
an
ass
artifact
chroma
was
shit.
discovered that was not of human
That's why like
origin.
he becomes
It
special.
turned out to be a chroma
It's like, yep.
source.
We must bring the Indigo child there as
Now the
quickly as
Mayans
possible.
are aliens. What's
Before
going
she
on here?
wastes away and dies without having delivered her message.
They're.
When do we leave?
I think the Mayans were
2
just
hours.
touched by the
time it will
chrome.
take to
Is the
finish
idea.
preparations on your vehicle and to find you enough gasoline. It seems likely that the orange and purple clans will be waiting for you at Kashida.
Now there's a purple
They will
clan?
stop at nothing to prevent you
Apparently.
from uniting the child. with
Fuck
the
these
body.
colors, man.
We will take care of the child and give her a bit of chrome.
I like
to
that the
help her
purest
hang on.
child in all of
There are
existence is
some
basically
mattresses
brain
in the
dead
wagon
mute.
back there.
Like,
I suggest you get some rest before you have to leave. You have a long journey.
it seems perfect.
Tomorrow.
You can't lose your innocence if you can't process anything.
I'm dead tired, Carla. I'm gonna take Bogart's advice and get some sleep.
I forgot that was
I don't think I can sleep right now. I'm gonna wander around a bit and join you later.
Join you later for a final fuck. I mean, it is the child that has to stay pure after all, not us.
True.
I think there's one life you can find here, which would be really helpful
Yeah,
if you can find it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, to the point that if you wanted me to look up where it was, I would. Because having 3 lives in this, like, final boss is gonna be really helpful. Oh, I think that's it. We're back there. Nope. Maybe? No, it's boombox. Or a radio.
An old radio. If I could get it to work, maybe I could get some news from up top.
Yeah, you gotta get back.
Seems to be in pretty good shape.
Didn't we just come down
Just
here
need
like
some
10 minutes
batteries
ago?
and
We lose.
antenna.
Oh, yeah. Well, sometime in the last, like, there's a flashlight. Can you take batteries out?
Maybe.
Boom.
Yeah.
Flashlights. I'm gonna steal the batteries out of one for the radio.
There's fucking double A's out of a flashlight. That's bullshit.
I don't know what those were.
Especially for back then.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
bullshit. Those would have been fucking big ass D batteries. And everyone that owns a flashlight knows that.
Okay, now we need the antenna, right? Oh, we actually have to put batteries in. That's why they did it for us.
Yeah, you gotta do all that shit, man.
I need some batteries and an
Yeah.
antenna to have any chance of this thing working.
No. I can't imagine, even with an antenna, that thing's gonna work deep fucking underground in a goddamn subway tunnel. Oh, there's the extra
Yeah,
light.
there it is.
Ba-boom.
Okay.
Even with 3, this boss is just gonna suck.
Great.
Oh, it's manageable with 3. Like, you might have to do it once or twice, but like it's completely doable.
Oh.
How's she
this
doing?
guy.
She's finally asleep. She doesn't have much strength left. I did what I could, but she needs a chroma source real bad.
Got it.
I like that she's apparently a chroma vampire.
I
Like
guess
needs
so.
it to live. I think as
yeah.
long as you don't talk to him, you're good.
Oh, okay. So where's the antenna then?
It might be around the campfire. We can go out here, I
Back here?
think. Yeah.
What,
Oh,
that was something.
what? She's trying to rip.
An iron rod.
You have to
This will
hold
work
it.
as an antenna for the radio.
Now, I don't know. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think you can just rip off a little iron bar and attach it and it's gonna work.
Not sure it might. I don't know. Ringer just doesn't have an antenna.
There we
Okay,
go.
they're homeless. It
Should
probably
work now.
broke off. Or like they picked it out of the garbage, broken.
2/3 of the country are completely without power this morning. Residents are chopping up wood wherever they can find it in an effort to keep warm. In a few days, the planet will revert to the Stone Age. Only a few cities can still count on...
The government has declared a level 1 state of emergency. The army has been deployed throughout the nation to discourage looting and protect those unable to remain in their homes due...
All of the oceans of the globe are now almost entirely frozen over. The Atlantic...
And I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
This
Got it. I got it.
The preacher.
I got you, buddy.
Apocalypse.
Not as fat.
The future of the world is going to be decided tomorrow at Wishida.
Now you can go talk to Lucas.
Let's do it.
And I think that moves everything along. Or go lay down next to him. So I think he's actually sleeping. I think you can talk to him. Just have to sleep. Yep. You know, Lucas, I never thought this was how I was gonna die. In a homeless man's bed.
Still not asleep?
In a boxcar.
No, I can't seem to relax.
It's hard to believe that it's all going to end.
Tempted by necrophilia.
Fields, forests,
She would be fucking a corpse.
everything will disappear under the ice. And what's going to happen to us? It'll be like we never existed, like nothing important ever happened. Are you afraid to die?
I'm already dead.
Not anymore.
If we're both going to die tomorrow, I want you to know something. I'm sorry that we didn't meet under better circumstances. Maybe if things had turned out differently.
Again, I'm dead. Bigger fish to fry.
Seriously. Look, I'm so dead. Oh no, you can't close your eyes either. We're just gonna stare at each other.
Your lips are like ice. I love you, Lucas.
The ocean.
No, you don't!
Are you serious?
Yes.
I thought you were joking.
No! I was not joking. There are 3. There are 3 in the game that you can do, and we've skipped 2 of them. I was waiting, because I'm like, it has to happen. Little kid Lucas time. So Shane was right, there are 3 sections. I think this one is the shortest. And I do not remember this one at all.
New experience for all of us.
He knew the hangar was going to burn, John. I'm sure of it. But he wasn't the one who started the fire.
Look, Mary, that's just not possible, and you know it. Nobody can see things before they happen.
That's
That
right.
artifact emitted a kind of radiation that we still don't understand. Maybe it changed something in Lucas.
That's nonsense. We analyzed everybody who ever came near that thing, and they all checked out fine. Don't you see? If it was the artifact, then we'd all be radiated, and we'd all
There's a
have
difference,
powers.
John. I was pregnant with Lucas when I went for the first time. Lucas was radiated by the artifact when he was still in the womb.
This is just ridiculous, Mary. I've heard enough. I'm going to take a walk while
Just
you
looks
calm
so
down.
checked out at this point. Just so
Lucas? What are you doing there? Lucas? Lucas?
And that was the day I turned Asian. Which I still can't get over the fact that he looks super Asian as an adult, but as a kid he just looks like this pasty ass white kid.
If Michael Jackson can do it, so can I.
I'll just reverse it. Also, like that the
There's the
homeless
hangar.
guys have a
Base seems
souped up
abandoned.
snowmobile. Of course
Like
they
we
do.
got here before the Oracle and the Purple Clan.
They're a world
They're
organization.
not far
man.
away.
Homeless
I
people.
sense their presence.
Jade's lost consciousness. She's at the end of her rope. We don't have much time. Are you sure that you don't want me to come with you?
I don't know what's
You
going to
only
happen.
get in my way, Carl.
I don't want to risk your life for no reason.
Be careful. I need you.
Yes, we've only known each other like
24 hours.
24 hours,
However,
and we had sex
If I'm not
once.
back in 15 minutes,
But
go
that
back
means I
where
need you
we came
forever. You
Bogart will
cold,
protect you.
skinned bastard. Well, I am dead.
But we fuck.
Oh, that's right.
That expedites development and relationships.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
a story
now
writer,
the
I
weather
can say
affects
that's
him.
official.
What was your last comment, Joshua?
I said, as a story writer, I can say that's officially how that works.
That's officially how that works. It's so obnoxious that, like, before this, the weather doesn't touch him at all after he dies, and now it's like, snow!
Damn you, rigor mortis.
Finally, setting in.
Walked in the damn door.
Yeah, there's no snow there. I don't know why he was still, like, trudging. And now back to just normal. You can just carry her. It's fine. I think you gotta hit the red.
Why was she? I thought she was unconscious. Why was she?
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, did she actually move, or was that just, like, model glitching, where it's like, it looks like she moved, but not really? Or she's not supposed to have. Yeah, so this is the end of the game right here. This is the final section.
For 2,000 years I've been awaiting this moment. The moment when the mystery is revealed to me, the answer to all questions. And it's you who brought me the Indigo Child. What an ironic destiny.
The Orange Clan will make slaves of all humanity if they have the secret.
What difference does that make? We already control the world, Lucas. The child will give us ultimate power. We will be the equal of the gods.
I'll never give you the child.
Your tiny role is finished. You can now disappear from the game. We thank you for all that you have done for us.
You just say disappear from the game.
He did.
Remember, it's meta.
Yeah.
This isn't the final battle. Oh my.
You must go Super Saiyan. Yeah, you only have to charge right there. Like, what you did. I am. Keep charging, Lucas. Keep charging. You're almost to your true form. I am J-Man.
Slayer of the Night.
Fighter of the Nightman. Champion of the Sun.
That's right.
Master of karate and friendship for everyone. Dayman. So the Oracle falls into the chroma stream and dies.
Again.
Well, no, the Oracle's alive. The Oracle's just been alive for like
Oh, I thought
thousands
it was
of
already
years.
like he was dead as well.
No.
And they just kept bringing him back.
Nope. I'm pretty sure he's just been alive for like hundreds or thousands of years. There we are, the Purple Clan. The things that don't make any goddamn sense in this game at all.
But the game is over.
Thank God.
You and your race have lost. Your inferior species will disappear, like the dinosaurs before you. We, the artificial intelligences, will be the new dominant race on this planet. Thanks to the secret of the child, we will know all. We will be more powerful than gods.
Oh, come on, game. Make it hard, why don't you?
Oh, they did. They made it hard.
There we go. Yeah, it's still not that bad. The Kamehameha, dude.
I see where Dragon Ball Evolution got its idea.
Oh yeah, dude, the like air wave. It's so horrible. Yeah, go over to the Indigo Child. I'm pretty sure they give you like a choice of what to do here, and I do not remember what they are specifically. But much like the rest of the game, it's dumb.
Didn't they tell you that you had to? Unless the world ends otherwise, right?
Right. I think that's the thing. Is like you can just choose not to. Like you can walk away with her.
Why would you do that?
'Cause bad endings.
It doesn't even make any sense in character. Why would you just let the world end?
I mean, to be fair, motherfucker's already dead. Like, he literally can't die again.
Doesn't mean everyone else should. Why?
I'm not defending the choice. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure you can walk away. The secret to the universe. What is it? Fuck off.
The cold went away just like it had come, in silence, as if the Indigo Child had turned the hourglass by delivering her message. Everything was just as it was before. I guess that means the lesser evil. The Oracle and the Orange Clan went back to their places of power in the secret government of the world, and the Purple Clan went back to haunting us on the net. I should be happy, I guess. I've been living with Carla for 3 months. She's the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Yesterday, she told me that she's pregnant. Must have been that night in Bogart's underground base. That means that our child was radiated by the chrome at Wishida, just like I was in my mother's womb. I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm the one and only keeper of the greatest secret in the universe. What should I do with all that power? Forget it? Put it in the service of humanity?
Nick says,
I've never
this was a video game.
God. I just want to live my life like anybody else, with my wife.
It is. It is a video game.
I'm afraid that destiny
By the
might have another path.
strictest definitions, but it is.
What are you thinking about, Luke?
Oh, nothing.
I'm thinking about how I can clearly see that background looks like a soundstage. What the fuck's with that? Is this just where we stop trying?
Is that literally the end of the game?
Yep. Yeah, that's the end of the game.
That's how they...
Yep. That's the end. That is the end. For Indigo, Prophecy, Fahrenheit, whatever you want to call it. So Alex,
What's that?
what was the verdict? What's the opinion? Let's hear. You've been fairly like quiet on it for most of it, in truth. So what's your thoughts on it? Best part of the game, by the way, is the song at the end.
I think it was written by a 12-year-old. I think that's about the level of writing quality experience. I don't know.
Also, speak up a bit. The music's really loud.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I turned it down here because it was going to get loud, and I knew that. Because it's a good track. At least from what I remember, it was a good track. But
I don't. What am I supposed to think about this?
And this is, I would say, by far it's hard. I think this is by far his most polarizing game. Because, like, Nomad Soul is just, nobody fucking knows what it is. Like, it's so, like, unknown that it's not even polarizing whether it's good or bad. It's just no one knows what it is.
Okay.
Heavy Rain's pretty much acknowledged as, like, the best.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond Two Souls is, like, nah, it's kind of back and forth, but it's not really, like, most people that dislike Beyond Two Souls will not, like, get up in arms about it. They're just like, I didn't enjoy it. This is one that I feel is very polarizing, where, like, you're either in Shane and I's camp where it was really fun for us just because it's so over the top. It's so dumb. Again, we played the easier version because we didn't play the remake with the 60 FPS and everything. It's just
not
goofy.
Dumb. It's not dumb in, like, a fun way. It's dumb in, like, it's just bad.
It's, again, I look at it a lot like The Room, where The Room is... It was not made to be funny, but it's funny because someone was trying to make something genuine. This is funny to me for the same reason. Someone was actually trying to make something, but it's so bad, and the choices they made were so bad at times, if not all the time. It's just...
I don't know what he did right.
It's just humorous to me.
I don't find it funny most of the time. I don't know why. But I don't know. It's the way it was done, I guess.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think it's a so bad it's good kind of thing.
Again, you know, I pretty much knew you weren't going to like this game, at least. I figured there might be a few parts in it that you'd be like, and just kind of like chortle or chuckle at, and like that was gonna be it.
I just don't understand what's good about it. Like, what do people like about this game?
I can't really tell you on an overarching like standpoint. Like I've explained my point.
Like, the story is like not good. The characters certainly don't make any sense.
Yeah, the character like
what's going on with the characters? Like, what? I don't. Like, literally, like, what about them am I supposed to relate to? Or like we don't know who these people are at the end of the game.
I mean, you kind of do.
Not really. like, who's the main character? He's a guy who wants to run away from this murder that he didn't think he committed. That's literally his entire character. We know nothing about this guy.
Again, Lucas's character is more supposed to be... Oh, you got bonus 200. Nice. It's the idea of you're dropped in the situation and you're supposed to relate because you know that he didn't commit the crime and he knows that he didn't commit the crime. But just like him, there's that wavering of maybe? Because you see visions and stuff, but until the game progresses, like in those opening stages, you don't really know for sure whether or not he did it or if it was like, you know, some kind of drug or hypnotism or whatever. And so you're supposed to want to find out the truth with him. You're supposed to be nervous because it's like, you know, well, I did kill a man, but I didn't do it.
You're playing as, like, both sides, though, so it's like...
Right, and it's one of the things people have knocked this for that other David Cage games they kind of applaud on of. This, playing both sides is... It kind of throws the feeling into whack, because it's like, you want to succeed, both sides, right? Like, that's the point, is like, you don't want Carla and Tyler to fail, but you don't want Lucas to fail, because that means you lose. Like, both of them mean you lose if you fail.
Yeah,
But by playing one side more successfully than the other, it makes it harder for the other side to be succeeding. Again, I think genuinely the idea of playing both sides is interesting. I think
it was done awfully.
Yes, that's the thing. I think it was done poorly. I think, again, later games, it's done way better.
Okay.
And I'm being vague because I don't know what you know about any of the others, if you know anything.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's again, this had to be the starting point, so you could appreciate Heavy Rain as much as like it's meant to be.
Okay.
Because that's the other thing is you look at this, it's like these games are all building things. Like the mechanics all start to build. The story writing starts to build.
I would hope so.
It's again, this one, I don't know how much of this game is meant to be taken with any modicum of seriousness versus Heavy Rain, which is supposed to be very serious.
It's difficult to tell.
Right, and that's the thing. And like, without being able to interview David Cage, which I would fucking love to do, you wouldn't know. Like, you'd have to talk to him or someone on the team and be like, what was the point of this?
Well, how about that no scene in the entire game was able to communicate any sense of tension whatsoever? Isn't that kind of what the game should have been doing?
Yeah.
And nothing.
Again, it does fall short there, like, and there are scenes that are supposed to, clearly, by like how they're set up.
I think it's supposed to feel intense.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're supposed to be put in a tense situation, but you never care.
Well, beyond that, because the controls are so bad just for like walking around and everything, tense gets replaced with frustrated.
Yes.
Because it's like when you're...
But even when you're just watching cutscenes and stuff...
Yeah.
You're never like, oh wow, this is a serious situation, or like, oh wow, this looks real dumb. This looks real dumb and poorly executed.
Yeah.
This isn't building tension at all.
Again, when you do
images.
like crazy plots, and like you're doing this exposition where you're setting things up, and you're not you're introducing characters with no you're not giving any information about them because you're trying to keep them mysterious.
Yeah.
The worst thing, and again, I will argue anyone on it. The worst thing you can do is have your ending just be like, what happens next? Well, you decide. The whole Tiger Princess Two Doors thing is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this ending, like, just happened.
Yeah.
Like, we walked in there and 5 minutes later the credits are literally over.
Yeah. Again, like, the one thing I will give is if you watch everything, you can tell everything was built, like, straight through. Like, there aren't inconsistencies in what happens. At least plot-wise. Like, when you meet characters...
There
like,
aren't inconsistencies, it's just dumb.
Right. But that's different. Like, that can be improved upon by writing differently. Inconsistencies a lot of times are a fault with the writer, where he doesn't know how to write a plot. This isn't that he doesn't know how to write the plot, because it's straight through, and like you follow each step, and each step makes sense. Like, again, the callback of the homeless man that you see in the beginning, it's like, that he's there.
On
that
the most basic level, the events that occur do make sense.
Yes.
If you stray anything from the main line of, like, 8 events, then no. Just forget about it.
I can agree with that from what I've seen. Again, because I was paying attention when you guys were streaming.
Yeah.
All 3 times.
Didn't we go 4?
I thought, did we go 4? I don't know.
3 or 4, whatever it was.
I thought
It felt longer than 3.
It might have been 4, but I was glancing over and like watching, and it just kind of seems like, again, they're trying to do this complex plot where it kind of like throws you into it, but I think the lack of explaining what truly is going on and exactly like what everything means.
Well, no. Here's the thing: they explain all that. They explain everything that's going on and what it means. The problem being, they wait till over halfway through the game to get to it, because they're telling 3 separate stories that are all meant to converge at that point. And that's a problem, because you have the cops, you have Lucas, and you have the Oracle. And you're seeing bits and pieces of each going up. Lucas's and Carla's being, like, the most actually, like, solid structure as far as, like, the story beats. And they're going up, and then you hit this point with the Oracle in the council chamber and all that, where they start explaining everything, and even Lucas, after he dies and comes back, he has this new understanding of what's going on, and so you see, like, you can see what everything meant and what everything's been doing.
So Greg DeWitt, or Greg DeWiz, says, I was under the impression that all David Cage games are kind of like this.
What do you mean by that? In what ways are they all the same? Because they're all very, like... Again, it's the joke of David Cage games are basically interactive movies. And that's true. But they're not all, like, super weird, buggy, like, what the fuck's going on stories. Like, Heavy Rain's just about a serial killer. Like, that's the story. It's about multiple characters involved in a serial killer case, and that's it. Like, Beyond Two Souls, it's a little wiggy, it's a little weird. And Detroit, I didn't finish Detroit yet. But from what I've seen of Detroit, no. It's very, like, it goes with Heavy Rain, like, it's not super out of this worldy. Like, the weirdest thing in it is the fact that there's robots. Or cyborg. No, they're technically robots. They're AIs.
From what I've seen, because I've watched someone play Heavy Rain a little bit, he does.
Well, you watched me play a little bit.
Right. He does get better at writing.
I would hope so.
Heavy Rain's story, I think, is fantastic. Now, I will say, much like a lot of stories written that way, once you know the, like, twist, like, the story's basically just average. It's the idea that the twist is so impactful that the story, like, becomes way better. But when you go back, you just look at it as like, oh, cool. Like, it's like Fight Club. Like, Fight Club's great, but once you know the twist, the next time going through is good because you get to see all the things that are, like, messed with and different and that shouldn't be there or should, or, like, all the scenes where, you know, the narrator's Tyler. But after a couple times, you just watch it as a movie. You already know
That's
the...
not...
So...
The twist is not the main point of Fight Club, though.
No, but it definitely
That's
makes
just
that
something
first viewing, like...
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
So, he responded with, the ones that I'm most familiar with are this one and Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
So I'm very sketched out by his writing.
Yeah. Beyond Two Souls, again, if there's another game that's going to be polarizing, especially for you, it's going to be Beyond Two Souls.
I've not heard good things.
It's my absolute favorite. Like,
Okay.
I love every single detail of it. Even though there are certain things in it that I go, that's really weird. Why? But I love it.
What would you rate this game? I'm curious.
I'm going to give this 2 separate ratings.
Okay.
My first rating, as someone who has played it, playing this game, it is no better than a 3.5 or a 4. Like, it cannot break the halfway. Watching it, I'll give it a 5. Because I love how goofy it is. I can really appreciate it, and I don't know why. It just resonates with me on that weird level where it's like, this is the kind of writing I look at and I go, it would work in a movie. It would work in a book. It doesn't work in a game, but it's funnier in a game.
It would work if it were done well in a movie or book. It could.
Well, I think a lot of the problem with the writing weirdly comes down to the way they set up the gameplay for it. If you were reading a book and, like, each chapter was either Lucas, Carla, or Tyler,
I'm just talking about,
it would be structured better.
Probably, but I'm just talking about even in the cutscenes where you're not doing anything. Like what is going on? Like, why?
Those still suffer a little bit from the gameplay, though, because in the gameplay, you can miss things that are important.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. If you were reading a book and everything that was important was laid out in each chapter, where, like, you saw everything important about, like, the investigation, and you could read both sides without having to worry about, like, hey, like the opening scene with the police where you're investigating the crime
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm getting at is that nothing has impact in this game.
Again, I think that's just...
I do agree with the fact that it just seems like every scene is exposition up until they're a point where it's like we're explaining the context of the exposition, but we're not really moving forward.
There's no sense of progression anywhere. It's just blah blah blah, orange, blah blah.
It just feels like they're continuing to explain
Mayans.
Yeah. Again, I think that could be solved though, because if you took just what's here, like dialogue and all the options and everything, and like filled it all out, you wouldn't get a book more than maybe
50 pages. 100
I was
pages.
I was gonna give them like 100, 150
pages,
at most.
yeah.
Like, so if you filled out the areas that needed a little bit of like touch, they'd be fine. Right. As a movie, it damn near works as it is because it would just be a bad movie. It would be a B movie, and that's everyone would accept it as that.
No, I think it'd have a 3 on IMDb.
Right. It'd be like a bad, like, old school, like, B science fiction movie.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be bad. It would be everyone would look at it and go, "Oh wow, Indigo Prophecy. That's that fucking Matrix ripoff. Fuck that."
True. Yeah.
And they'd watch it and laugh. Like that's what it would be. It would be the funny, like, stupid Matrix with the shitty, like, special effects.
I think it would be funnier as a movie.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
I think it would be. I think just as a game.
Again, because
the
all
animations were just bad, and the delivery, like, It was acceptable, but not like over the top. Like
Oh yeah,
bad
if
movie
it,
quality.
I think if it was a movie, everything would have been more ridiculous.
Yeah,
because
it would've
even
better.
just the actors, like
Yeah.
you know, the second like in that fight on the rooftop with the Oracle,
Oh, it would've
where
been
he
hilarious.
jumps up in the
Yeah.
Neo pose. You know that would be
yes.
the most ridiculous scene in the movie because he would just like jump up and be like, "Whoa," and that would be it. Like that'd be the
It'd be
line.
hilarious, but with this, the animations are just so like stilted and like janky. And
Although
like,
I find
every-
that funny. I find those shitty animations funny, like when the Oracle goes to punch you at the one point and Lucas like grabs his hand and it looks like he's just like touching a finger,
I mean,
like he's just going like
it's,
this.
It's just dumb though because it all lacks impact. Because I think it's probably the defining quality. It just lacks impact.
Yeah.
Because even all the animations are like just slow, stilted. They lack any like heavy motion behind them.
And again,
like,
it's made especially bad through the gameplay because all those fight scenes,
yeah, like
yeah,
I'm just
they're
like, yeah.
they're choreographed in a weird way to the button presses, so you don't get that like super fast motion that you'd get in like a kung fu movie, or like even the Matrix. Like you look at like the Matrix fight. Like I make fun of the Matrix 3 because it's god awful, but that fight between the giant, like the Agent Smiths, like the giant horde of Agent Smiths and Neo, is awesome. Like it's still better than this.
Oh, by far. Because here it's just like it.
Yeah.
It takes them like 2 seconds to throw a punch.
Mhm.
Some other guy just lifts his arm up like real nonchalantly.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Like the hallucinations. What were the fleas about? How did that tie into everything? Why was he hallucinating giant fleas?
It's
because the justification can't just be he's crazy and he's just hallucinating random things. It doesn't translate well into a story.
I'm not really sure where the fleas come from, but I would attribute that to the Oracle.
It's.
I'm not really
I
sure
think
why
it's the
fleas.
chroma. I think it's him coming to terms with.
What
like,
do fleas have to do with the chroma? Like, what's going on here?
I think it's just what his mind made them. Is the idea is like they were anomalies in the chroma, and that's what he could imagine them as.
What is even the chroma?
The chroma is like the
never-
life force of the world. It's like the force. Like
The amount of times when we discuss things
and
I
it just
hear,
goes, it's like the force.
It's like the force.
Yeah.
Like since Lucas did the force, everyone just thinks it's okay to have this force that we don't really explain, but we're slowly gonna explain it, but never really, and we're gonna backtrack. Like,
Yeah, the
We're all
chroma.
No!
because they do basically explain it, but it's like a one line. Like the chroma is the life force of the galaxy. Like it's what the universe is built on.
It's such a cop out. I hate.
Oh,
I
it is.
I hate
It's
it.
so bad. But again, think about that. Like in a book or a movie, you would just accept them as like, okay.
Yeah, but I'm not happy to see it. Like I don't want to see that.
No.
but like in Night Angels, the talent is well defined. It doesn't branch out. It's not magic. They have it very defined as to what you can do.
It's a
with it.
thing. You understand it. Like
Yeah.
it feels tangible. It's not like, oh, it's the life force of the universe. Any other explanation?
Like for instance,
just forget about it.
explaining gravity to a kid. All you really need to say is it's what pulls everything to the ground. Literally, they can,
You can
see
see it,
but
yeah.
you don't need to explain
Yeah,
it. any
just
further.
throw an apple and watch
When
it
you
fall.
say life force of the universe, what does that even imply? What does that
Does
mean?
it? Because life force to me implies natural. Like it's natural, not supernatural. Supernatural to me implies that there is another force that was either born after the universe was made that impacts other things. That basically turns all the forces we know up on its head.
But see, that's what they kind of play with here. Is the chroma is natural, but humans being exposed to it isn't.
Which I don't understand.
Then it can't be a life
I don't
force.
understand that. Like, if it's the life force of the universe, and how do things just exist
Because
independently?
assuming that like, and they mentioned gods, but let's just assume like
No, they were just saying that like there aren't actual gods. They were,
Oh,
just
They
saying
were
that,
calling
yeah.
each other like, we have the power of a god. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's
assuming
that
that,
concept.
assuming that we talk like these people evolved through natural evolution, then the life force would only make a creature compatible with itself because it has to be a part of that evolution.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's weird. This is still a thing. Like, I could probably read on like the wikis or whatever for hours and still be confused. I've never delved in that much. I'm basically talking off what I remember and the little bits I caught while we were actually playing this. Well, while you were playing this.
Yeah. You played a little bit.
That's fair. Shane and I both tried that fucking box scene.
So what David Cage game is after this?
Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain.
Which is really good.
Is that the one with Jason?
Yes.
Jason!
Oh,
yes. Yeah, that's that.
Jason!
Definitely doing that on purpose.
Oh, we're gonna do it the entire time. Like, Josh and I both just yelling while you're just pressing the button
so
as much as possible.
Ridiculous, because it just has Jason and like that shaky text across the screen. It's just like
That-
Jason, and it just cuts the different parts of him walking through in the mall.
That is.
And how far away the camera is from him changes the.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know
that
how
is
in a
the
movie,
one thing.
like, it'll do like the after image of a character, then it'll like appear in multiple. It's like it's
Oh,
that, and it's just like Jason.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
No, it is over, Nick.
Oh yeah, game's over.
There
We
you go,
finished
Nick.
it. Boss fight was very, very disappointing.
Oh, yeah.
How bad was that to play? Did it just feel lazy? Like, just every button press was just like, boop, 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 boop.
Well,
You only failed once in the whole damn thing. Every other fight, you failed, like, more than...
It was just spam L and R, and then, like, 4 easy prompts would come up, and you go back to spamming L and
Yeah.
R again. Then once you kill
Yeah,
him...
I forgot how
Simon
bad it
Says,
was.
Man, what a concept.
You kill him,
for a
and then it's
video
just
game.
like you move over to the guy with the guns that aren't shooting you for whatever reason. It's just like 2 quick inputs, and then that's it.
Yeah. It's really sad that, like, every system after this is better.
What are the
like-
other systems?
Well, remember,
I can't
Heavy
imagine-
Rain just has, like, the face button inputs and then the joystick. Like,
Okay.
you don't have the, like, boop, 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 boop
Okay.
interaction.
I can't imagine a worse way to do this.
Oh, no, it's really bad.
And like
when you're I'll even say, in Beyond Two Souls, the biggest problem is they don't give you a lot of, like, they don't show you what to do. Like, in Heavy Rain, they give you direct, like, X, square, triangle, circle, like, up on the joystick, down on the joystick, quarter circle, like, in
Quarter
Beyond
circles,
Two
yeah.
Souls, it's more the idea of, and why I know a lot of people didn't like this system, you have to, like, if you're in combat and someone throws a punch and you go to block, you have to move, like, the block. It's not a prompt that it tells
would be
you.
better than this.
Yes, it is.
That would be much better than this.
But it's the idea, like, I know there's a training sequence in Beyond Two Souls where, like, you're kicking the bag and they want diagonal kicks, and you have to, like, flick the joystick diagonally into the bag. And it's like, a lot of people got frustrated with that because you can't always tell what direction the thing's coming from. But they also don't punish you as hard as this game where it's like, you get hit, you fail. Like, you die, you have to redo the whole section. It's like, you have to do that section again, like that fight.
I would prefer that than 20-minute drawn-out boxing fights with shitty controls.
Oh my god, yeah, the fucking boxing match.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about the basketball game.
That might have been even worse.
That was so... But you did way better at that.
I did. I was better at that point.
That was where you were straight gaming, dude. You were just, like, in the zone. I thought you were going to get him to have no score. And then he just, like, came back with his last couple shots. It's like, what the fuck?
I can't imagine that was less than 10 minutes. I'm sure that was upwards of, like, a 15-minute basketball game.
Probably minimum, yeah.
Yeah.
What about that first-person shooting, though?
I would have rather used a Wiimote.
Oh! Damn.
Just so awful. So unbelievably bad.
Listen, folks, you don't get any worse an insult than that.
Yeah, that was... No,
I think 6-axis controls would have been better. Too bad they didn't have them on the PS2. That would have been a better way.
Could you imagine if they had tried to put those in the the HD version, where you like it went from like everything else is stick, and then they're like, oh, by the way, tilt, bitch. It's like, No. It probably would have been better though. Well, the worst thing
you can
was
control
like,
where it goes with the control stick.
just no words for that. Just
there's literally like no resistance, no weight to it.
that was the funniest thing was watching you like try and aim and you just like slowly push and it would just go like this. It's like holy, it's the exact reverse of Dead Space. Watching Josh play Dead Space, where if you try and go, it's like this. This is just, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Who put the sensitivity on this to max?
It's not this. It's not the sensitivity. It's
they just don't have a sensitivity. It seems like it's just as sensitive as possible. And
No,
it's
it's-
slippy, isn't it? Like, didn't it feel slippy? Because I kind of remember that. Like, you'd start to push and it wouldn't quite stop when you stopped. Like, it slid a little.
yeah. It has no weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like no resistance whatsoever. It's like it accelerates your push. And I don't think that's the sensitivity. I don't know what it is. I don't know how you fucked that up so bad. It's unbelievable.
It's not that bad going forward.
What do you mean?
None of the other games that have guns are that bad.
Well, I can't imagine it would be worse.
I think in Beyond Two Souls, anytime you have a gun, it's literally just two buttons. It's like right trigger and then like square, and that's it. You don't have to aim.
That's fine.
It's just like boom. It's like fucking Call of Cthulhu where you can shoot like over here and you kill the guy over there.
Oh, that was great. Nick was literally just like, look at this garbage, and I'm just sitting there just like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
That is the second worst shooting I've ever seen in a game after this. This is actually worse because while you have to be on target to hit things in this, you have to be on target to hit things in this.
Nick commented, it's so lazy.
It is. They both are. The first person shooting in this is literally an afterthought. Because it's in one section. Like
they were like,
or was it in two?
It was one
Yeah.
extended section where you had to do 3 different instances.
I thought there was
of shooting.
another time after that
No.
where you had to shoot.
See,
yeah, that's horrible. The fucking stealth section, as Alex proved, the stealth section is god.
Unpopular opinion, I'll give Call of Cthulhu a pass on it. Because it's a point and click. It essentially is a point and click, and if you're going to have a shooting segment and a point and click, I don't expect you
What
to
the
have...
fuck do you call these games? These games are glorified point and clicks.
These games are just bad.
Okay, this game is just bad.
If you're gonna add gameplay, like do it well. Don't like.
I mean,
Otherwise,
fair. That's
just
the
make a
overall
movie.
statement. But it was literally so short. It was less than 5 minutes of the overall experience.
I mean, but that was pretty much just 5 minutes. Like, they're about the same time.
Just the fact that you couldn't see the guards well.
Oh, the stealth section?
And that everything
Like,
looked the exact
the
same.
stealth sections are just awful. The popping, the fact that shit literally is like popping in as you're moving forward. Shit that can catch you.
Yeah.
Well...
The day section, I think, is actually a little bit worse at times because the guards wear brown and literally everything on the base is
Nick
brown.
wants to know if there's a way we can do ziggurat races. Like, he wants to get on a call and, like, I guess me and him or you and him or whatever.
I mean, if you guys want to, we can do that in a bit.
I would say let Zach do the first round.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
It's not about winning. It's about having fun.
You know it's about winning. Nick's the one that challenged.
I
He's
know.
going to be a bitch and just gloat if
He
he
says
wins.
coward.
Yes.
Yeah, Nick's gonna win. It's not even.
But I beat Nick the last time.
That's true. Yeah, we timed it. Josh beat him in real time. Nick beat him in in-game time.
Right. And it was mostly because I wasn't holding down the run while Nick was. Because again, like I just...
Yeah, Nick actually died and beat Josh in in-game time. But that's also why Nick lost real time. Because he had a 2-minute like restart. Because he died in the first level.
I mean, yeah, like, I'd say let us go down for like an hour after we're done discussing, and then we can do a ziggurat race.
I have an idea of an interim game.
What?
Something you haven't played or have?
have.
Okay.
That I think I want you to see.
Oh god.
And
after this, I'm just waiting for the revenge. It's like, I'm gonna get you back, bitch.
The worst game I have in my catalog, which consists of every game ever, because I just buy, I don't play.
Floor-to-ceiling games. I can come up with something.
So, yeah, it pretty much came from just this last session.
Good.
But I think I want you to play Deadly Premonition.
Ooh, that's an interesting choice.
What do you two know about Deadly Premonition?
Nothing.
And Nick said, I'm sure Alex has some doozies stashed away.
Oh, yeah. Listen, Alex is the guy that sent me Hyperdimension Neptunia,
you liked it.
Rebirth Volume 1.
You liked it.
I do.
It's a good game, I'm telling you.
It's so ridiculous, though.
It's stupid.
I remember when I saw that gift, and I was like, Alex, what the fuck? What is this shit?
Then you started playing.
No, granted, the thing that hooked me immediately was that fucking opening track is bumping.
It is.
It's so good. It's
Alright,
like when I booted up Tales of Symphonia, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Okay, let's stay on the topic of
Yeah.
Indigo Prophecy.
Well, Deadly Premonition. 'Cause that's what Alex wanted to do.
So you know nothing.
I know
what do you
nothing.
about Deadly Premonition?
I've played it.
You've played it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
For someone that doesn't like horror games...
It's
and
not a horror
movies,
game.
It's a survival horror.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's bad, but... It's bad.
I really like it.
Oh, I'm sure you do, Devilman Crybaby lover.
Hey, I watched the first episode.
Listen, you look at that
hey.
animation and you said, "Oh, it's an art style." No, it's
Yeah, it is.
bad. It's bad. It's not an art style.
Everyone I've ever showed images or even like
It's my argument
snippets.
about manga, all over again. Manga isn't allowed to be bad. It's all. You could literally just smear shit on a page, and they would say it's an art style.
Here's the thing, though. Manga has so many different like parts to it. Because again, if you don't like the art, you might like the story. It's different than a game where it's all smushed together and you have to deal with it. Where it's like, if you don't like the art in the manga, it's really short snippets and you can read dialogue.
I would say it all counts.
It's again.
Manga are essentially the same as comics in the fact that, like, if it doesn't have a good art style.
Again, though, like, it's.
But I've never
that's
heard.
subjective.
I have never heard of a bad manga. It always has its people that are like, oh, it's so bad, and it's funny, and it's great, and it's like, it's its art style.
Yeah, you don't hear about the bad ones. Because they don't make their way over.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
But my point being is...
Yeah, no. But anyway,
Deadly Premonition's bad.
Everyone
Be
I've
prepared for
ever
that.
showed fucking Devilman Crybaby, either scenes or fucking images, has said, that is the laziest attempt at an art style ever.
Have you seen any of his other work?
No. But I imagine it's better than that. I cannot imagine that is the pinnacle of his
It's
art
not.
style.
Honestly, it's not.
Because if it was, how the hell does he have a job? Like, he would have to be an amazing... Cause is he the actual artist, or was he just the director?
Nick says, oh boy, we're back on this argument. You're damn right we're back on this argument.
This is like a 2-year-old argument now?
These two. That's not me.
You're wrong!
I've never let that argument go. I still fester
I
that.
never bring that up.
That's... You don't bring it up because you know we'll just explode on it and be like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, I know there's no point in arguing. But why do you think Deadly Premonition's bad?
For those that can't see, Josh did the fucking slow turn in the
All
chair.
right, let's take a look.
You can't show someone an image of Deadly Premonition. Okay?
Alright.
That's not
Okay,
fair.
let's look at the Steam reviews. Let's hear some of the Steam reviews for it.
Look, the PC port I heard was bad. But Deadly Premonition is a very polarizing game. Much like Indigo Prophecy is, apparently.
Oh shit, that's why
It
we're doing this.
received everything between 2s and 10s.
So
Damn.
here's the first thing that describes it. Twin Peaks, but instead of being made by an insane American man, was instead made by an insane Japanese man.
It sounds about right.
So tentacle rape?
No.
I just thought that was par for the course.
Let's see.
I have to see this now.
Oh, you're playing. You don't have to see it.
Oh, fuck. How long is it?
This is what someone describes it. Great climax and story ruined by unbearable execution.
Oh, I have seen, like, snips of this game. Never anything long, but I've seen, like, little...
Okay.
When he said Twin Peaks, but made by a Japanese guy, I was like, wait, I know someone's made that comment before
Nick
about a
says,
game.
okay, from what I'm seeing, Devilman is definitely on the lower end of his art style, but the rest isn't much better. Fun fact, the same guy who drew Devilman drew an episode of Adventure Time.
You can't just look at images of what he's done. It looks much better in motion.
Devilman doesn't. It looks so much worse in motion. Okay. The stills look way better. Trust me, I've looked at them where I'm like... Because I was showing Z down at the shop the other day, and I was just showing him stills. And I was like, wow, this actually doesn't look too bad. And he was like, yeah, it looks alright. And I showed him an image, I showed him the video. He's like, shit.
Alright, so what do you want? Do you want Deadly Premonition on... So if the PC port was bad...
Yeah,
I think we want it on PS3. I think that's the one we want.
Okay. Hey, look it up.
We're on PS4 right now.
Yeah, but like, I assume...
Oh, maybe.
Okay. Oh, that looks bad.
That's not what I wanted. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we're not connected to the internet right now.
Why not?
Because Josh has the Ethernet for it and something else.
Okay.
Well, I'll look it up then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can look it up on there. I'm gonna go back into Indigo Prophecy.
And Nick says, may I direct you all to the field and track scenes?
Yes! That is literally the most god-awful animation I've ever seen in a show. That first scene, and it's one of the first fucking scenes in the show. It's so bad. They're running like people that have never run before. Which, clearly they were animated by people that have never run before. Oh, that's so bad. I'll even give them a pass on the stupid-ass devil run where they're swimming through the air. That is better drawn than the regular people running.
What are you looking up, Josh?
I'm looking up where to buy.
Deadly Premonition.
You can just do it on the store.
Yeah.
What do you mean where to buy?
I'm saying
We're seeing
like,
if it's on the PS4 store.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if you've... I don't know if you've been on the PS3 store. It looks like the PSP store. It's like gutted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a graveyard.
That's sad.
Well, that's what happens when consoles die.
I don't know why it would be gutted, though. I don't know why you just wouldn't keep everything up.
I'm just going to look on Amazon. So I assume we're going to need a hard copy then.
Can you really not buy it on PSN store?
No, and a hard copy is $70.
You serious?
Damn.
What about used? That looks new.
Let me see. 40.
Really?
That's still holy shit.
Yep.
Do you not have it?
You can get it near for
I don't think I do.
95.
You can get what for?
It near.
Near. For $95. They're bundled together.
It's gotta be on the store, right? Like, what? Oh, yeah, we're not connected to the internet.
Again, like, just if you go and connect to the Wi-Fi.
Nah.
You little piece of shit.
Not right now.
See if it's on Xbox then. Boot up your Xbox.
What is it? I don't know.
Was it on Xbox?
Yeah. 360 and PS4.
We'll see. It was originally released on PS2, but I think we want to play the PS3 version. I don't remember if it was also on Xbox.
I mean, we can look into it.
Oh, so this game was made by a guy who doesn't even give out his name. It's just a username. So Weary65.
Deadly Premonition? Oh, God.
Straight from the mind of director Sawiri65.
That already makes me nervous.
That's what he does for all his games. His name is...
Sounds like the director of Nier. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Okay. Alright, Alex. You just have a knack for finding the weirdest directors on the face of the planet.
That's true. Well, it's because they're all fucking Japanese guys. Of course Alex finds them.
Those are the people making the weirdest stuff.
Wait. I'm getting some results. There's costumes here for the director's cut.
Surely.
I think you can buy a download for the PS3.
What is the Ultimate Edition?
The Ultimate Edition contains Deadly Premonitions Director's Cut plus all 12 pieces of in-game DLC and 5 unique avatar images.
Can we just buy the game?
Probably not. Considering the fact that, like, this is the link that came up, so...
How much is it?
$20.
Oh, that's not bad. That's fine.
So yeah, do we want to end, kind of discuss some things,
Yep.
look at some stuff, and then if you're going to race Nick, come back?
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Alright.
So yeah, we might be back in a bit with a ziggurat race between Nick and Josh. How are we? We'll discuss.
Okay.
Bye, guys.